story teaches the Muslim community that no matter how dire the circumstances, placing trust in Allah's plan is paramount. The lesson here is the importance of steadfastness in faith, even when faced with adversity. It emphasizes reliance on Allah's wisdom and mercy in every aspect of life. The Sahaba's commitment to Islam was seen through their incredible acts of sacrifice. Umar ibn al-Khattab, known for his strength of character, played a key role in spreading Islam despite facing severe opposition. His transformation from a staunch enemy of Islam to one of its greatest supporters is a testament to the power of faith. Abu Huraira, another key companion, sacrificed his time and wealth to gain knowledge from the Prophet, and he is known for narrating many hadiths that continue to guide Muslims today. The lesson is the importance of selflessness in the path of Islam. The Sahaba sacrificed their wealth, time, and even their lives for the greater cause of Islam. Muslims today are reminded to prioritize the teachings of Islam over worldly attachments and comforts. The Sahaba exemplified the true essence of equality and brotherhood in Islam. Bilal ibn Rabah, an Ethiopian slave who was liberated by Abu Bakr, became one of the most revered companions. His story highlights that in Islam, no individual is superior because of their social status, race, or ethnicity. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized that the best among people are those who are the most pious, regardless of their background. This reflects the concept of universal equality in Islam, urging Muslims to treat one another with respect and dignity, regardless of their race, wealth, or status. This spirit of brotherhood is especially significant in today's world, where divisions based on these factors still exist. The Sahaba faced numerous battles and challenges in the early years of Islam, and their courage remains a powerful example for Muslims. Khalid ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah, led the Muslim forces in several key battles, including the Battle of Mu'tah and the Battle of Yarmouk. Despite being outnumbered in many of these encounters, his strategic brilliance and leadership led to decisive victories for Islam. The lesson learned from these stories is perseverance in the face of adversity. The Sahaba's courage teaches us to remain steadfast in our faith, no matter how challenging the circumstances. The lives of the Sahaba also reflect profound compassion and generosity. Abu Dhar al-Ghifari was known for his simple and ascetic lifestyle, rejecting material wealth and living in a manner that emphasized his commitment to Allah and His Messenger. He encouraged others to care for the poor and underprivileged. His life is an important lesson in the importance of compassion and charity, central themes in Islam. The Sahaba's generosity towards the poor and their willingness to help others, even when they themselves were in need, serves as a powerful reminder to Muslims today. Islam encourages sharing wealth and resources, ensuring that those in need are cared for. The Sahaba endured hardships with remarkable patience. Fatima bint Muhammad, the daughter of the Prophet, faced immense personal loss, especially after the death of her father and the early passing of her sons. Despite these trials, her patience and trust in Allah's decree remained unshaken. Similarly, Ali ibn Abi Talib, known for his wisdom and bravery, exemplified patience in his leadership and his trials. The lesson here is the importance of patience, sabr, and the acceptance of Allah's will. The Sahaba faced numerous difficulties, yet they accepted the divine decree with grace, understanding that everything happens according to Allah's plan. This teaches Muslims to be patient during times of hardship and to trust in Allah's wisdom. The Sahaba upheld the values of justice, honesty, and truthfulness. Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliph, is remembered for his commitment to preserving the Quran and ensuring that it was compiled into a single, standardized text. He was a leader who sought justice and fairness in all matters, both for the rich and the poor, despite facing opposition from many in his time. The lesson here is the importance of upholding justice and truth, even when it may be difficult or unpopular. The commitment of the Sahaba to these principles serves as a reminder to Muslims to always stand for what is right, regardless of the challenges they may face. The lives of the Sahaba continue to inspire Muslims around the world. Their actions, faith, and unwavering commitment to Islam are embedded in the teachings of the Quran and Sunnah. The lessons from their lives transcend time and place, providing guidance for all Muslims, whether they are facing personal struggles or collective challenges. These stories remind us of the strength of character required to live as true followers of Islam. They demonstrate the importance of maintaining strong faith in Allah, being compassionate and generous towards others, and upholding justice and truth in all circumstances. The brotherhood of the early Muslim community, their courage in battle and their sacrifices for the sake of Islam laid the foundation for a society based on equality, justice and compassion. In conclusion, the stories of the Sahaba have had an enduring impact on the Muslim community. They serve as role models for Muslims, inspiring them to live lives of faith, integrity and perseverance. Reflecting on their stories reminds us to be mindful of our responsibilities as Muslims and encourages us to live in a way that reflects the high standards set by the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. Their legacy continues to guide us, shaping the ethical and moral framework of Islam. The Sahaba's thirst for knowledge was immense. Abu Huraira, who became one of the most prolific narrators of hadith, spent considerable time learning directly from the Prophet Muhammad, often sacrificing his personal comfort and sleep to acquire knowledge. Similarly, Ibn Abbas, known for his profound understanding of the Quran, dedicated his life to learning and explaining the divine revelation. The lesson here is the importance of seeking knowledge. Islam has always encouraged the pursuit of both religious and worldly knowledge. The Sahaba's eagerness to learn, even in the face of immense challenges, teaches Muslims today the value of lifelong learning. Knowledge in Islam is not limited to just religious knowledge, but encompasses all spheres that benefit society and humanity as a whole. The pursuit of knowledge should be relentless, as it leads to wisdom and a closer connection to Allah. One of the hallmarks of the Sahaba was their respect for the leadership of the Prophet Muhammad and their commitment to unity. After the passing of the Prophet, the Muslim community faced the monumental task of selecting a new leader. The Sahaba's collective decision to select Abu Bakr al-Siddiq as the first Caliph was a turning point for the Muslim community. Their support for him, despite his initial reluctance, demonstrated their commitment to the unity and cohesion of the Ummah Muslim community. This teaches Muslims the importance of respecting leadership within their communities and working together in unity. Islam promotes a collective approach to decision-making and stresses the significance of cooperation, particularly in matters concerning the well-being of the Ummah. The Sahaba showed that even in times of uncertainty and change, unity is crucial for the strength and stability of the community. Despite their status and contributions, many of the Sahaba displayed profound humility. Ali ibn Abi Talib, known for his bravery and wisdom, was not only a warrior, but also a man who served others selflessly. His leadership as the fourth Caliph is marked by his humble nature, his commitment to justice, and his ability to listen to the people. Similarly, Abu Bakr was known for his humble and simple lifestyle. Despite being the wealthiest companion, he never let power or status affect his actions or behavior. His humility was one of the key reasons why he was so beloved by the Prophet and his companions. From these stories, we learn that true leadership in Islam is not about power or status, but about serving others with humility and compassion. This lesson remains significant today as it encourages Muslims to focus on the needs of others and strive for humility, especially when in positions of leadership or authority. The lives of the Sahaba also reflected the perfect balance between the worldly and spiritual pursuits. Uthman ibn Affan, the third Caliph, was known for his wealth and business acumen. However, he never allowed his material success to distract him from his religious duties. His financial generosity, particularly in the building of mosques such as the Masjid al-Nabawi in Medina, showed that Islam does not prohibit wealth but encourages using it for good. Similarly, Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, one of the richest companions, demonstrated that wealth could be a means of earning rewards in the hereafter if used for charitable purposes. His story is a reminder that wealth, when used correctly, is not a hindrance to spiritual growth, but rather a tool for fulfilling one's religious obligations. The lesson is to find a balance between this world and the hereafter. While striving for success in this life, a Muslim should remain mindful of their spiritual duties, ensuring that material pursuits do not overshadow their relationship with Allah. Another powerful lesson from the Sahaba is the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. Khalid ibn al-Walid, initially one of the fiercest enemies of Islam, was eventually forgiven and embraced by the Prophet Muhammad after he converted to Islam. His acceptance into the Muslim fold illustrates the mercy and forgiveness that Islam emphasizes. Similarly, Amr ibn al-As, who had once opposed the Prophet in the battles of Uhud and the Trench, was later accepted as a leader by the Muslims. His reconciliation with the community after his conversion. Khalid ibn al-Walid, initially one of the fiercest enemies of Islam, was eventually forgiven and embraced by the Prophet Muhammad after he converted to Islam. His acceptance into the Muslim fold illustrates the mercy and forgiveness that Islam emphasizes. Similarly, Amr ibn al-As, who had once opposed the Prophet in the battles of Uhud and the Trench, was later accepted as a leader by the Muslims. His reconciliation with the community after his conversion. The teachings of the Sahaba continue to impact the Muslim community today in profound ways. The values of sacrifice, brotherhood, justice, patience and knowledge. Justice, patience and knowledge are foundational to Islamic teachings and guide Muslims in their everyday lives. Unity. The Sahaba's ability to unite under the leadership of the Prophet despite their differences is a lesson that resonates today. In a world that is often divided by sectarianism, nationalism and racial differences, the Sahaba remind us that the true bond between Muslims is their shared faith. Social justice. The Sahaba were tireless in their efforts to establish justice in society, whether through acts of charity, standing up for the oppressed, or advocating for fairness in governance. Their example shapes how Muslims approach issues of justice in modern society. Community service. The Sahaba's dedication to serving others, whether through their contributions to the faith or their efforts to spread Islam, serves as a model for Muslims today. The story of the Sahaba encourages Muslims to engage in community service and support those in need. In conclusion, the lives of the Sahaba provide a treasure trove of lessons that remain just as relevant today as they were in the time of the Prophet Muhammad. Their unwavering faith, courage, humility and commitment to justice offer blueprints for how Muslims can live in harmony with one another and fulfill their duties to Allah. Reflecting on the lives of the Sahaba should inspire Muslims to strive for excellence in their faith and daily lives, to embody the values of Islam in their interactions with others, and to remain steadfast in their devotion to Allah's guidance. Their impact on the Muslim community is immeasurable, and their stories will continue to guide generations to come.